How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massett Beer Reviews back with a little bit of Pariah up in this piece in the form of their colors. Yeah, I just can't think. I can't get the old hip hop song colors from the movie out of my brain when I read that, but I don't think it has anything to do with that. So there you go. This be a hazy India Pale Ale. It says there are no happy mistakes, just happy accidents. Bob Ross, R.I.P. baby. It says what you're holding is a touchstone in refinement. Ooh, bringing that what's this? What's the word? Modesty out of the chute there, Pariah. Both process and construction here at Pariah. Colors and IPA loaded and saturated by a kaleidoscope of American New Zealand hop expression. We get wave after wave of flavors, aromas reminiscent of enriched orange juice, cantaloupe, dried mango, passion fruit, and fruit striped gum characteristics. Gentle bitterness and creamy mouthfeel allow colors to seemingly dance across the palate. 7% alcohol by volume. Okay. And, yeah. Drink within 90 days of the date code. The date code on here says 2/19. Today's date is 2/25. You do the math. That would be 6 days. Or is that 7 days? That's 7 days because there's a zero involved. I'm good. Math is awesome. This comes courtesy of Pariah. They send out beers every now and then. And, yeah, I love what Brian and the guys at Pariah are doing over there. And gals. And them. And whatever you choose to be called. And that's dense. That is dense as dense can be. I like this label a lot. It reminds me a lot of their Pine. I know it's a much different label, but the simplicity of it. That's what it reminds me of, and I really do like it. It's just that kind of, it's a Bob Ross watercolor thing. Happy little cursive accidents up in there. So I dig it. Beer wise, all the haze are belong to us. Yeah. What more do you want? Rich orange, just south of cake colored head. Let's get a nose. I'm going to have to take a big whiff of that again because I don't want to see what I'm smelling off of this. It smells savory. It smells like chicken to me, like rotisserie chicken. Why does it smell like rotisserie chicken to me? I'm telling you right now, this smells like rotisserie chicken. Okay, so let's break this down from some kind of level, because it probably doesn't smell like that, but I can't help but say it smells like rotisserie chicken. I think there's a minerality in the beer. I think there's a lemon kind of vibe to it, and that's why I think it smells like rotisserie chicken to me. I don't mean to say it smells like... I was going to say it doesn't smell like rotisserie chicken. It does. I know Pariah, I'm sorry, because that's doing the beer infinitely dirty, but that's how it comes off for me. It smells like someone did a rotisserie chicken with like herbs and lemon and salt, so that you get minerality. There's a little bit of green kind of hoppiness in there. That's probably your herbs, and then that lemon. That's kind of how it comes off to me. I'm not going to excuse that. It's what I'm getting. We're just going to dive in. Cheers. There's really not much to it. And maybe that's why I'm getting that kind of rotisserie thing I keep talking about. It's not so much that that's what I'm getting, but it really does have a lack of kind of hop impact in it. Yeah, it's got it's not a super soft, sultry mouthfeel, but it's not like thin. It has a little bit of that prickly kind of carbonic acid, kind of sultry vibes to it. There is a orange grapefruit kind of thing going on, but it's very much under-ripened. There's not much as far as like hop greenness or anything goes with it. It's very kind of neutral. Drinks way more in common with like a 4% like IPA as opposed to a 7% IPA. I think this is kind of like a little bit of a rare miss for me, at least when it comes to Pariah. Yeah. This can's it's missing something. It's missing a lot, actually. It's not negative. I know it said it smells like rotisserie chicken, but there's nothing negative about the beer in the actual taste itself. It just comes off as very, very, very muted and just really just lacking any kind of like chutzpah to it. You know, any kind of like personality, something a bit bigger. Yeah. Yeah, not a negative beer. It's not a positive one, at least for me. That's what I'm getting off. I'm really curious to see what the other fellas, because Pariah sent some beer off to a couple other beer tubers, and I'm curious to see what they say about it. Because it really does kind of lack any kind of like defining personality to it. I know it's an IPA. I know it's an hazy IPA from look and from taste. Seltzer, a little bit of soft, like orange grapefruit, very minimal. And like I said, I'm not really even getting any kind of... I'm getting bittering, but it's more of a carbonic thing with generic bittering as opposed to like a green or anything like that. Done and done. One more sip. Let's see. Yeah, just missing something for me, honestly. Kind of a bummer. I really like what Pariah does. And some of their hits have been very big hits for me. I think I put one of their beers on my favorite beers I had of last year. And that's usually more often the case when it comes to their beers. But this one was kind of a miss for me. Bummerooski. So let's talk about it. This is one of the better IPAs I've had as of late. No. Value and availability. It's San Diego beer, so this is probably like $18 a 4-pack. That's partly because of the kind of beer, but partly because of where they exist. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer. If you like new school hazy IPA and you're okay, that's all you like, you'll dig this because it's giving me bits and pieces of that at its core. So if this is something you pick up, you drink it, I don't think you're like, oh my God, let me buy a case of this. At least I wouldn't. But at the same time, I get to set the tap room, I get a glass of it, okay, that's fine, whatever, move on. That's kind of how it works for me. But I think if I'm a haze boy or a hop thought, either way, I think you'll dig this. So there you go. Review in the books. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massif if you want to check me out doing the podcasting thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Pariah right now. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.